Bull Run, I finished that 7 times. It's special to me because it was my first 50 miler.
Are you going to ship first or check in?
I was so sick after the race, I had to be admitted to the hospital. I thought it was just the exuberance of finishing my first 50, but it was not normal for me to puke that much. I think I finished approximately 70 ultras. This was Furnace 50K, Terrapin Mountain 50K, Highland Sky 40 miler, Cross County Trail 40 miler. I've gone 2 loops at the Wild Oak Trail run. I'm proud of that. Bull Run, Hat Run, Bimbler's Bluff 50K, Berryman Trail 50 miler, Land Between the Lakes 50, Oak Mountain in Birmingham, Alabama, Cheaha 50K. Haven't finished Mountain Mist. I've been there twice and have yet to finish that. Laurel Highlands? Oh, I'm going out to Meatlock. I'm Caroline Williams, and I am an ultrarunner. Typical training week. Typically, most Fridays I don't do anything. I go kind of hard on Wednesdays, twice a week workout on Wednesdays. Do some hill work on Tuesdays, speed work on Thursdays. Weekends, I use ultras as my training runs. And Sundays, I sometimes go back out for 5 to 7 mile run or a couple hour bike ride. I have a lot of history with some of the runs. My first ultra attempt, it was a run called Swingin' Bridge 50K. Needless to say, I got off course. I found myself neck deep in cold water. I was treading water for a while and I had to get back out on my own. I basically went back to the wrong aid station and I was done. That was great. Every time I bushwhack, I get off course or I get lost. I can't find my way back, to the trails. The person that motivates me most to run, my former husband, Walker Williams. I met him back in 1998, and he said that he was signed up for the Marine Corps Marathon. I looked at him and I said, "Aren't you kind of advanced in years to try something that grueling?" And he kind of laughed at me, and sure enough, he finished, so I had to sign up the following year. I finished my first marathon in '99, and I discovered that I was built for distance running then. I don't even like to drive 100 miles, so you want to run 100 miles? It's hard for people to understand when they haven't gone anywhere near it. They may have questions like that about sleeping and eating during a 100-miler. Most so often they say, "Well, you run that nonstop?" I said, "Well, I have to stop. I have to eat something, drink something, and things like that. And sometimes I'm walking with my food, and they have no idea, of course, running through the night. How do you see? Well, I have a little light that I carry in my hand or I wear in my head. Ultra running does not define me as a person. It is something I do and takes up a lot of my time. I think I am a little more than an ultra runner. I am a product of a birth mother who is incredibly strong, who did the incredibly tough thing of giving up her last born for an adoption. And I'm also a product of my parents in the United States who taught me to respect people from all walks of life. I think ultra running is part of all that. I'm definitely running towards something. I was raised by a family that always aimed to be better spiritually. I'm not a competitive person. I'm always a back of the pack person. I don't know, it's a very spiritual experience for me. I had a sister who passed away from a horse accident. I think of her all the time when I'm out on trails. She was reaching for that higher spiritual level. And that's how I am. I think most people would describe me as very outgoing, very embracing of many different kinds of people, cheerful, most of the time. I don't want to die doing an ultra. That wouldn't be a cool thing. I don't want to leave my son just yet. What else scares me? Not much. My strength is that I do have that ability to just keep going. My weakness in ultra running is that I lack the discipline to plan. Sometimes I don't eat enough, sometimes I'm too rushing through aid station, sometimes I'm walking when I know I could possibly push and run a little more. I think I'll be able to run until I'm maybe 55 or 60. Then I'll be happy to volunteer. I like my epitaph to read, "She came, she saw, she conquered."